There we go. Anyway, so we're talking about the movies and stuff, and we're talking about horror films. And, like I said, some horror films have actually grown and developed their own following. And I was curious to know from you guys, what would you say was the most scariest movie you have ever seen is? Um, I know that movies have developed and transformed a lot. In thinking back when I was younger, I can remember a couple movies in particular. I wrote down some notes that I thought were absolutely terrifying. But then again, looking at today's standards and how things have changed, they may not quite seem the same. So for you, I mean, the question is, again, like I said, love to hear your comments. What would you say has been the most ultimate, most scary movie of all time, in your opinion? I'm also curious to know, too, what would you say was the scariest movie you ever saw growing up? And they may differ, obviously. Let me see here. In my age bracket, because I'm a little bit older, I would have to say that some of the most scariest movies ever was obviously The Exorcist. I mean, I think even to this day, that movie is just scary. The other movie too that I recall was just horrifying when I was much younger growing up was a movie called The Howling. And I don't know if it was a werewolf movie. I don't know. These people, they go to this retreat, and everyone at the retreat's actually werewolves. I don't know if you've seen this, but there's this one particular scene in the movie that is absolutely terrifying because of the transformation from the man into the werewolf at that. I mean, for the special effects of that time, it was like state of the art. And I do recall that being absolutely horrifying. And I had one other. Oh, yes. In terms of scary movies for myself growing up, the other one is I remember to this day, even to this day, it just gives me heebie-jeebies. There was a movie called The Exorcist. No. The Amityville Horror. Yes, Amityville Horror. And there's just one scene in particular where the mom looks out the window and all you see are these two red, beady little eyes. It's terrifying. In terms of today, well, I don't watch as many scary movies, but I'm telling you, there's some movies that are pretty intense. I'll be honest, as much of a horror, I love the horror films. I really do like them. I like the adrenaline. But I did not get through the whole series of Saw. Yeah, I saw the first couple, and then after that, could not get through them. And the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, did you see that? Oh, that almost, yeah, no. That's when I discovered I was getting a little bit older. But again, too, psychological thrillers, I mean, things have really changed too. I mean, it was really interesting, like when the Blair Witch Project movie came out, for a lot of people that has been scary. I know when I was asking and polling around, that came up. And I have to admit, I forgot about that one, and I thought that was really quite interesting. That movie in particular was really, really different. And then, of course, now there's been a lot of other movies that have come out that are kind of similar in that type of home documentary type films. And a perfect example would be the Paranormal Activity movies, which, again, too, I give them props, horrifying. So anyways, I was just kind of curious to know what you guys thought. What were your ideas of scariest movies ever? This is just a simple hangout. You're hanging out with Kevin, and I'm going to be extending invitations for future hangouts, and we're going to talk about a variety of different topics, not always just horror films, but we're going to be talking about stuff that's happening out in the world, social media, and everything else. So I would love for you, I'm going to slowly start developing and growing what I call my panel, and I'll be sending, if you're interested, let me know, reach out to me, and whenever I plan a hangout, I'll be sure to invite you, and hopefully you'll be able to make it. I would love for you to join me on the conversations that we've discussed, like I said, a whole variety of different topics. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It was inspired by when I was doing the live television show, but I couldn't really have the interaction with the live studio audience when I was doing the TV show as a cam through this medium. So I want to do that. So if you are interested in joining and being part of my VIP panel, I would love for that. Let me know. Reach out to me. Tweet me. I don't know. There's so many ways to contact me. Go to my website, contact me, and join my panel and, hang out with me. And we'll talk about, like I said, a bunch of different topics. I would love for you to join me and share your opinion. So that's it. So that's just kind of, I want to get the word out there. Horror films, if you've got one, if you got a favorite, leave a comment. And of course, if you want an invite to future hangouts with me, let me know. I would love to invite you.